you're dedicated 100% to him, when you make your plans, he will direct your steps. And Yeshua was constantly having to teach his disciples this lesson because they were fearful about the Romans. They were fearful about the weather. They were fearful about what other Jewish people would think of them. They were fearful about all kinds of things. And here we have an example in Mark chapter 4, verse 36. This is where they're going across the Sea of Galilee, and a storm comes at night. So verse 35 of Mark 4, on that day when evening came, he said to them, let's go over to the other side. Leaving the crowd, they took him along with them in the boat, just as he was, and other boats were with him. There arose a fierce gale of wind, and the waves were breaking over the boat, so much so that the boat was already filling up. So it was filling up with water. Yeshua himself was in the stern, asleep on the cushion. So when there's a storm that's about to sink the boat, Yeshua had so much shalom, he's asleep. He isn't even aware that there is a problem. These disciples, these followers are all stressed out, fretting, worrying, fearful they're going to die. It says Yeshua himself was in the stern, asleep on a cushion. They woke him and they said to him, Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing? That is that false image I was talking about earlier. What is the reason most people believe they're going to perish? God doesn't care. He just doesn't care. I mean, he understands. He knows the circumstance. He doesn't care. I don't mean anything to him. And that's what these guys believed. And they accused Yeshua. Don't you care about us? And Yeshua got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the sea, hush, be still. The wind died down and it became perfectly calm. He said to them, why are you afraid? Do you still have no faith? Faith in what? Faith that God loves you. Faith that God has got your back. See, when there's a storm that's about to sink the boat, how many know if you're asleep, it doesn't even create enough stress for you to wake up? You own that storm. You own that weather pattern. Yeshua had absolute confidence. Hey, if there's a problem, I will act, and my Father will move and will do whatever is necessary to preserve us. They became very much afraid and said to one another, who is this? Even the wind and the sea obey him. So the accusation, Yeshua, don't you care? That's the first thing that comes to people's hearts. God, don't you care? Why is this happening to me? Now, Yeshua had already, I believe, walked on water. So he had done supernatural things, and yet somehow or another, they're still fearful we're not going to be taken care of. So most people, I find, just believe that God doesn't really care about them. And the primary nugget that we can see here is that God loves you and cares for you. He will be with you.